There's a lot more grain sorghum acres in the state this year. Estimates are around 500,000 planted acres. We'll see with some of the weather issues how much we harvest. But the sugarcane aphid is a big problem that we've been tackling, and that's one of the projects we funded this year. We've allocated $48,000 to the U of A to do research on how farmers can manage this pest. One of the other things that we're continuing to do is the corn and grain sorghum verification programs. These allow the researchers to get out onto real farms, real farmers, and test the things that they think they've learned and see how they work in real world situations. Another thing that we do on the corn side is we are continuing to fund a project with AMCO, which is the Aflatoxin Mitigation Center of Excellence. That's a collaboration of 7 southern states, and our goal is to rid aflatoxin in corn. We've got some promising efforts going on there, and we're continuing to be one of the members of that project. On the promotion side, this year, like I said earlier, is kind of the year of grain sorghum for us with all the acres, with the planted acres and the demand. And we've done something a little different this year and interesting. We've done a project, it's the second year with Pulaski Tech Culinary Institute. We're trying to get people to look at grain sorghum as a food product more than just a feed for maybe poultry or other industries. So we've done a project with them, and we're doing a sorghum dinner with some food bloggers later this year to try to introduce them to sorghum and have interaction between those folks and farmers that grow the sorghum. Another thing that we do every year is our producer conference. This year we combined it with the soybean board. Turned out very well. We had over 300 people in attendance. We did one meeting in Jonesboro and one in Dumas. Had university researchers there and highlighted other things and projects that the Corn Board is funding. One of our other major promotional partners is the U.S. Grains Council, and we had an opportunity this year to increase our funding a little, and that would allow us another voting delegate on their board. So that's another thing that the Corn and Grain Sorghum Board decided to do. So now we have an extra 2 voting delegates on that board. Overall, our board, we spend 85% of our funding on research. The other 15% goes towards promotion. So that's how we allocate our funds in this past year. And we're expecting 1 million acres combined between grain sorghum and corn this year. So that if that happens and we get to harvest that many acres, we're going to be in a strong position next year to be able to fund some more projects. We do have some new research that we're looking at, anything from irrigation. We have a project, a grain drying project, where they were going to use infrared heat to try to quickly dry down grain, to try to stop any mycotoxins or aflatoxin from forming in the grain bin. So that looks promising if we can get that figured out. Like I said, we've done the research on the sugarcane aphid and pest, and we're also doing a crop rotation study with wheat, soybeans, and corn to see how profitable that rotation is. We have a good working relationship with the Division of Ag. I think they're doing excellent work. They listen to us and find out the issues that us farmers have. We have people telling us things that they want us to work on, so they listen and try to work on projects that fit the farmers in Arkansas. Lastly, I'd just like to close and say, on behalf of the board, thank the farmers, corn and grain sorghum farmers in Arkansas, for supporting the checkoff program. These are your dollars that you're donating, and we try to use them wisely and try to work on issues here in Arkansas that'll affect your farm. If you have any more questions, if you want to see who the board members are, we have a website. It's corn-sorghum.org. A lot of information on there, different apps that we've developed through the university that you can use for tools and growing during the season.